Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are breaking down what might be the single biggest gamble in modern corporate history. Tesla is betting the entire company on a future with no drivers. And really, this quote from Elon Musk says it all. There is no plan B. This isn't just some ambitious side project. The Cybercab, this new vehicle, either achieves full, perfect self-driving, or it's a total failure. The stakes just don't get any higher. And that's why people are calling this Tesla's do or die moment. This isn't about launching a cool new car. It's a radical pivot that will literally define the company's future. Okay, so here's the crucial point. To make this happen, Tesla has reportedly canceled other new vehicle programs. They've pushed everything else aside to focus on this one single project. It's a massive signal that they don't see themselves as just a car company anymore. No, they're an AI and robotics company, and they're tackling what might be the hardest software problem on the planet. So what is it about this vehicle that makes it so revolutionary and, such a crazy high-stakes gamble? Well, the design is just radical. Think about it. By completely getting rid of the steering wheel and pedals, Tesla is drawing a line in the sand. They are all in on full autonomy from day one. There is no human backup. This literally forces the technology to be perfect, which is a challenge that has completely stumped the rest of the industry for years. And this incredibly bold move, it puts Tesla on a direct collision course with a very, very different vision of what our transportation future is going to look like. So on one side, you've got this idea of a hybrid future, which is championed by companies like Uber. They see a slow, mixed transition where, autonomous vehicles will handle some routes and some cities, but we'll still own our own cars and rely on human drivers for a long, long time. But then you have Tesla's all-in future, which is just pure disruption. It says that robotaxis will become so incredibly cheap and convenient that owning your own car will make about as much sense as owning a horse for your daily commute. We're talking about two completely different worlds. So this really brings us to the key question, right? Are we looking at a future where these technologies just kind of coexist? Or are we looking at a future of complete and total replacement? And believe it or not, history has something pretty powerful to say about this. Just look at this. It's incredible. In 1903, Fifth Avenue in New York was packed with horses and carriages. You can spot just one car. Fast forward only 10 years, just a decade, and the exact same street is packed with cars, with only a single horse left. The better technology didn't coexist. It completely took over, and it happened unbelievably fast. And we've seen this exact same pattern in our own lifetimes. The smartphone didn't just share the market with the flip phone, did it? No way. It made it totally obsolete, practically overnight. The whole argument here is that truly disruptive technology, well, it doesn't compromise, it replaces. Okay, but let's be real. Historical analogies can only take us so far. Skeptics are pointing to a massive hurdle that didn't exist back in the days of the horse and buggy, and that is modern bureaucracy. And this quote from the Wall Street Journal really gets to the heart of the concern. All of our current safety laws were written for cars with human drivers, with steering wheels, with brake pedals. So how on earth can a vehicle that has none of those things possibly get approved? It's a fair question, for sure, but is that fear really based in reality, or are we maybe missing the bigger picture of how innovation and regulation actually work together? Well, the reality is that government bodies are already signaling a very different attitude. The U.S. Department of Transportation, for example, has pretty much framed this whole thing as a competitive race, one that's vital for national security and for safety. And if you look at history, rules don't come before innovation. They follow it. I mean, there were no rules for air travel before the Wright brothers actually flew a plane. The rules adapt. So, okay, let's look at the evidence. What's happening right now? Because this isn't just some blueprint for the future. It's already becoming a reality. Believe it or not, this is the estimated number of Cybercab prototypes that have already been spotted out in the wild, being tested across the United States. We're seeing drone operators capturing footage of them rolling out of the factory by the dozen. It's a level of pre-production activity that is just, it's unprecedented. And this right here brilliantly illustrates the real-world demand. In Austin, where Tesla already has a supervised robotaxi service running, they just massively hiked your prices. Why would they do that? Simple. Demand is so off the charts they can't keep up. People are literally trying to book these rides and can't get one. So the cars are being built. The demand is clearly there. The only question is, how is this revolution actually going to roll out? Well, the strategy seems pretty clear. It's going to be what they call a rocky and lumpy start as they perfect the new manufacturing process. But then they're expected to concentrate the entire initial fleet in one city, Austin. The idea is to completely prove out the model and dominate a single market first. And analysts think Austin alone could absorb anywhere from 2 to 10,000 of these robotaxis. Once that's done, the plan is simple: scale massively and expand everywhere else. So there you have it. Tesla has placed its bet. The prototypes are already on the road, the demand has been proven, and it looks like the regulatory path is clearing. This really isn't a question of if this is going to happen anymore. The only real question left is, how fast is our world about to change?